Oral Piercing Groupings. We're going to go through all the bites, basically. Coming up next, we're going to talk about the anatomy, placement, that sort of thing, to give you an idea of maybe whether or not it will work with you or not. Coming up next on New to Piercing, episode number 9. For those who are new to the channel, welcome to the Body Piercing and Tattooing channel. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Hope you're finding them useful and helpful, but you may not know who I am. My name is DaVo. I'm a professional body piercer and have been since 1994. I own and I operate the Axiom Body Piercing studio located right here in Des Moines, Iowa, inside Skin Kitchen Tattoo. So this one, we're going to cover all the bites, the groupings, and etc. The things that, always have, confused people for some reason or another. One thing I always try to tell people is two things when they come in and they ask for snake bites or spider bites or whatever bites. The first one being is that if you're unsure about the name, please point and verify which set of piercings you want to get done. The other thing is that these can be added on to existing piercings, like a lip piercing or a medusa or a beauty mark, to create a bite. If you would like to, if for financial reasons or just in general reasons you only want to do one at a time, it might be a better option, basically because it's easier to deal with. You're not dealing with stuff that is going to be all over your face, that's going to impede eating and etc. So it makes the healing a little bit easier to deal with. We're going to start with snake bites. Snake bites are 2 lip piercings done on the bottom of the lip, placed evenly with the nose, kind of the edge. That's the easiest thing to guide them to. Now, with this piercing, what we look for anatomy-wise is that the lip is kind of protrudes outward or curves outward. We also want to make sure that there is some room there between your teeth and your lip to keep that jewelry away from it. These pretty easy to do, pretty easy to add on. One thing I do want to say with this, and anything that's done on the lower lip, especially where people like to wear rings, if you are planning on wearing rings in these, mention it at the time of the piercing, if your piercer doesn't ask. And the reason being is that you want it as high on the lip as possible because that ring will need to wrap all the way around. So if you do it lower, you're going to need much bigger rings. You're going to have more contact with teeth and gums, more issues, more problems. Spider bites. Spider bites are 2 done off to the side lip piercings. These are pretty common. Actually, out of the 2, if you were going to choose between spider bites and snake bites, I'd say spider bites, mainly because there's less contact with teeth and gums. You're not dealing with things over here and over here. You're just dealing with things on one side or the other. Basically, the same things we look for anatomy-wise that we look for with snake bites, exactly the same. As far as alignment, usually I'll do the first one inside, aligned with the end of the nose, and then outward, varying from the person's mouth size. If they have a smaller mouth, it's usually best to go a little bit further in just to kind of give it more of a break. Cyber bites. These are done. It's a medusa and a labrae piercing or center lip piercing. These could also technically be done as a gestrop, which is with a curved barbell straight up and down vertically, or a vertical labrae. Basically, it's 2 piercings in the center of your mouth, done on one on the top, one on the bottom. Dolphin bites. Dolphin bites are 2 lip piercings or labrae piercings done off-center, but evenly off-center. Usually, I'll align these with kind of the center of the nostril. These are basically 2 separate piercings done kind of close together to give the impression that there's a tail sticking out and a head sticking out like a dolphin. The angel bites. Angel bites are 2 beauty marks, basically a medusa and a madonna, both done on the side up in here, usually lined up with the corner of the nose to give it kind of that even look. With anatomy, we're looking for there being room back there for the jewelry. Usually these are either done above the gum line or below. I prefer to do them above, kind of further in there, because the mouth kind of expands a little bit there to keep that jewelry away from your gums. Snake bites. Snake bites are one of 2 things. They're either 2 spider bites or 2 sets of snake bites. Basically, it's 4 piercings total, 2 on each side. so that it gives the appearance of, I guess, a shark. Anatomy-wise, look for the same things. With these, I kind of will tend to align these, kind of pick up the center of the two of them, kind of the edge of the nostril, and then work outward, or do the outside one at the edge of the nostril and the other one inward. Then there's canine bites. Canine bites are 4 total piercings. They're piercing basically a set of snake bites and a set of angel bites, all done in alignment with the end of your nose. All the anatomy reasons and so forth that we talk about are the same with each, upper piercing and lower piercing. Now let's talk about the cheeks. Cheek piercings they're often referred to as dimple piercings. They're basically done in alignment with the gum line or the teeth, usually about the third molar end, where there's that soft space between the muscle or behind the muscle. Dahlia bites done on the edge of the mouth. I've already talked about this in the last video. Both of those really require having the right anatomy. They're both very difficult and advanced piercings to heal. Saliva bites. Maybe that's what we should start calling them. Dimples and dahlias, both of them, there is a possibility of impacting the saliva ducts on the inside of your mouth, and then they leak saliva out of them. Even when you take the jewelry out and abandon it, it still leaks saliva. That's attractive. Both of these, really, you have to have the right anatomy. You have to have the right piercer. It's one of those piercings I just stopped offering just basically because I got tired of turning people away because they didn't have the correct anatomy for it. Now let's talk about a couple of tongue piercing groupings. And I'm sorry, this model is much smaller, though I think this tongue might fit in that mouth. I don't know. Anyway, first one would be venom piercings. Venom piercings are done kind of off-center on both sides, often done at an angle. With these, the main thing you want to look for is where that vein on the underside, the 2 veins that go down the side, are located, and make sure that you're not going to go through those or impact those. I've done quite a few of these over the years. Some people, if they have enough room in their mouth, this can be a problem, or can be an easy piercing to heal and not very traumatic. Other people, it can be a much more complicated process. It does impede eating and etc. a lot more than just a midline piercing. The other one is double tongue piercings or paired tongue piercings, usually done in sets down the tongue. Not as common as they were once before. Of course, the first one always has to be far enough back to allow to not impact the tendon that's on the underside, and then it really depends on how much room you have in front of that. And the last one, because I kind of forgot about it, and because it's kind of a new thing. These are called vampire bites. Basically, they are jest strips on the top, on the side, usually aligned with the edge of the nose. With these, you need to have that natural curvature so that piercing can sit in there. They are done with curved barbells, and then people put cones on them, big long cone spike things. So it looks like you have teeth there. I don't know how practical these are. I've yet to see anybody that said that they've worn them for a long period of time. As far as a first piercing, may not be a problem, but there's no way that those spikes are not going to get in contact with pretty much everything that goes near your mouth. So it can be a problem. They should be pierced and healed without the spikes, and then those added later. Other than that, I don't really have much more to say on that topic. Now, do you have any of these piercing groupings? What was your experience like? What suggestions would you have for others? If this is your first time, you're thinking about getting one of these, did I not answer a question you were thinking about? Please, all of you, leave a comment. Till next time, here's hoping all your piercings heal with ease and without a single issue. And if you're in the Des Moines, Iowa area, we would love to see you for your piercing needs in the future. Have a good day, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.